Okay guys, welcome back to the channel once more, and we're gonna see some very interesting stuff here, starting off with this very amazing video. In here we see a giant tree stump. That's right, a giant tree stump which was effectively petrified in time, and now it looks like a mountain. But you can tell very clearly just by looking at it. I mean, for me it's pretty obvious. I don't know about you guys, but this tells me just one single thing. This was effectively a gigantic mountain back in the day. It got completely cut down. As you guys know, in the past we had the Silicon Mountains, which were just massive, huge, kilometers high. For example, the Devil's Tower in Arizona, I believe, or somewhere like that in America. It's a massive one as well, and this one is again just the remains of a huge, gigantic, incredible tree stump. By the way, this is in Asia. So let me know your thoughts. What do you believe about this one, this interesting tree stump? Do you believe it's a tree stump, or do you just think that, yeah, well, no, it's just a rock and that's the end of it and nothing else? No, I mean, I don't know. From my point of view, it's pretty damn obvious that this is not just a rock, guys. I mean, it's so clear to me. But anyway, let's move on to another quite amazing video, to be honest. So this one is from the Joe Rogan show, and this is something that I personally did not know, and it was that in Japan they actually have ancient sarcophagus which are similar or almost the same as the Egyptian sarcophagus, which again doesn't make any sense because these cultures were never connected, theoretically, based on the official history. Check this out.
Japan, I had no idea that they had made the sarcophagus covers in Japan that were exactly the same shape as the ones they made in Egypt.
And in a place, there is supposed to be zero connection between ancient Japan and ancient Egypt.
And the fact that it took an enormous amount of effort to make and move and put it into place, because you're talking about incredibly heavy stone.
And hard stone.
Yes.
Like that's the other, people don't appreciate just how hard this igneous stone is that these things are made from. Like granite, granodiorite. It's harder than steel. Like it's you know, there's 6.57 on the Mohs scale.
That's right. So another thing is the granodiorite is actually a very, very strong stone. Is literally almost 7. So like on the Mohs scale, it's a really hard material to work with. So ancient Egyptians, ancient Japanese people, by the way, people like in Japan 4,000 years ago, did not have the means or the technology to cut the stone. They did not have it. As simple as that. I'm very sorry, but that was the case, right? So again, doesn't make any sense. Why in ancient Japan we see they have sarcophagus which are identical to ancient Egypt? Obviously that means that an ancient civilization was controlling the earth thousands of years ago, which now has completely disappeared. Now, talking about even more freaky things, look at this one, guys. We see that in a random farm here, this massive sinkhole appeared, and under the sinkhole we see a very large building complex. Again, potentially could be very, very old. What caused this sinkhole to appear, and why are we seeing suddenly underneath, as you can see here, quite some buildings structured there, artificial structure? So effectively we're seeing that there's some stuff there underneath which is buried under the earth. So we could literally be looking at the whole area, they could have an underground complex of buildings, stations, and who knows what wonders which are just lurking underneath the earth. But of course, we will never know because these places are hard to access, it's very expensive, it's very difficult to actually be able to properly explore them. And of course, it's very dangerous. Very few people actually have the balls to go down there because anything can happen. But just imagine for a second, what if, guys, what if an ancient civilization is actually in reality living under our planet? I mean, it may sound like a crazy idea, but what if it's not actually not that crazy? And finally, I just want to end this video with this one. This is the CERN Hadron Collider, and I did not know this, but Nike actually made an advert in the World Cup 2022 in which they actually showed time travel and portal use of the CERN scientist in order to bring people from the past, the future, and this is just quite crazy. As we see this advert here, we see the CERN, and then we see something quite shocking. As things happen here, people come from a different portal, they appear. And then there is the problem here. They literally, as you can see here, get transported in time, alright, which is just crazy. And one would ask themselves, why are they even doing this? Like, are they telling us the truth of what CERN is actually doing? in their labs, which is effectively creating portals. And not just that, this guy here becomes an anime character and summons a demon. That's right, summons a demon, which we all know that CERN is highly linked to demonic forces. Even their symbol, as you can see, the demon here, is actually connected to what? To 666, as you can see here. Look at this one here, guys. Look at that. CERN, do you see that? Yeah, do you see that? So yeah, just incredible, guys, how things are actually connected. It's just crazy. So yeah, next time you think that, you know, it's balloony, just remember that, you know, big corporations, big companies, hidden messages are all over the place, and this one is just one of those hidden messages. They're actually telling us that potentially in the CERN they are already doing that and trying to find portals to connect to different civilizations. But anyway, guys, who am I to know the truth? I'm just showing you guys the information, the stuff, the hidden messages, the knowledge, and of course, as always, guys, this channel is to show you guys information which may not be readily available online, unfortunately, because the social media platforms such as, you know, like if you go just to like mainstream Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, this stuff is a bit hidden away. So hopefully with this channel you can see some things which are completely hidden and see sometimes that history is not as it may seem. But guys, that's it for today's video. As always, I shall see you later in the next upload. Bye.